Hello everyone, and welcome back across these stormy seas with many tragedies of other villages and another island ruled by our poor captain. Behind us to our new haven, the new safe shores where we can finally, hopefully, find a harbor of hope. The island? Kind of more like a peninsula or archipelago, but we'll go ahead with island to be really generous. The island of Last Light, where, even though it is within only a couple of the first days of us having, basically washed up on these shores, I feel that we are actually making some decent progress because, well, we already have an extra pipling. Since apparently if we put any of our houses up against any seaside shore, we get a boost in how many people we can put in them, which I think is something amazing that I wish we had realized sooner. And we're beginning to gather fish thanks to Trebling Times having built a little pier. I had no idea we could just build a pier out here and our pips would go and do things across the water. I thought they'd maybe be afraid of water, but I guess they're fishermen, so there's that. But we are doing okay. The very first of the issues that always faces a new village in a new land is feeding ourselves, after all. And we are working on doing that thanks to Aslan rules, gathering many of these delicious blue of the berries. And thanks to, hopefully, the fish we will have soon with Trebling Times, and the barbecue that very shortly here we should hopefully have put together. Yes, we were researching on how to get more wood so that we can put down buoys and we can build houses and spread out quickly enough that we can have more hands on deck to help us with keeping this poor island alive. But then I realized we needed more food than one berry bush and a little patch of strawberries is going to give us. And then I realized the barbecue's not so bad. I was sad that the barbecue wasn't going to give me as many cooked fish as the campfire did, but it turns out as long as the barbecue is next to a dwelling, we get a bonus of +3 of whatever it produces. And I'm totally content with that because that means 1 raw fish will become 8 cooked fish. And that would be enough to really feed us for several days and help our little island community get a good start. So, hopefully, we'll research that little barbecue soon. I do think that we're going to have to go ahead and start gathering strawberries, though, or else we're going to run out of some food. Oh, what's going down now? Piplings? Oh, no, everyone's okay. I thought it was going to be another one of those, a kiss out of nowhere moments, which was quite cute, but not yet. And Trebling Time is not a proper fisher, so they're just doing their best. It takes 3 days to gather 3 fish. Oof, ow, my bones on that. And actually, Space Vance, we're going to need you to come, even though I really wish we could have more researchers, and gather food, because we're going to run out of food pretty quickly, and we need at least a little lead, or else we're going to be very sad. We're going to be very, very sad. And people are going to start starving. I don't want starvation. That leads to sickness. Sickness leads to everybody dying of plague and the land itself being poisoned, as we discovered multiple times now. All right, come along, piplings. Don't just stand there in the rain, dawdling and making me panic that some sort of terrifying event is about to just crash down on our heads. But all right, so we are now eating all the strawberries and 1 raw fish. And then I'm actually going to have Aslan... I'm out of wood. I wanted to have him build this house so that we could try to put a buoy down to reach these berries. And also, once we get a buoy in this waterway, we can spread the buoys down the shore and access all of these other resources. But if you're out of wood, you're out of wood, and we're gonna need wood for the barbecue anyway. So we're almost there. Come along, piplings, you all have got this. It is gonna take Trebling Times quite a while to work on getting all of that fish put together, but we'll work together and we'll make this happen. And I really want a tool maker soon so that we can go ahead And we can get ourselves a heckin' fisher. Toolmaker needs to go next to a wood maker. So I'd have to put it like over here, which means I'd need to get a buoy spread this way. What chaos? If I put a buoy down over here, then I could get like a house way out here, which would let me access here. Okay, see, you have to be so convoluted with this to be able to like reach what you need, but it can be done. And all right, Trebling Time, you have 2 raw fish available to you today, my friend. We're gonna try to tell the Pipplings, don't eat the raw fish. Like, back. No, not for you. And we are now going to have the barbecue! +3 if a dwelling is within 2, and it has to be near the hunting. Excuse me? So requires hunting within 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, hello? This was supposed to work, but oh, okay. It takes 3 days to build a pier. It's gonna be faster to fish? New fish? Buoy? Oh no, why? Oh my gosh, we're gonna need that food like stat. So we're gonna need a buoy to reach these berries ASAP, and I can't put my barbecue down just yet. Okay. Wow. Okay. Gwynelwelf, even though I really want to be spending all of this time actually working on getting ourselves nice and established with a whole bunch of other things, I guess now's the time to expand our fishing endeavors. So we're going to build a buoy here. Oh my gosh, we don't have enough wood for the buoy and the house at the same time. But we need the house because we have to reach those berries, which means I also need the buoy, the wood from the buoy for that. You know, can we get another wood pile down here, please? Like stat. Backup wood pile. You know what? We can start there. I don't need to like expand over here just yet so that I can go ahead and be able to get a tool maker. I'll just put a tool maker over here. Why not? That'll have to do. That'll just have to do. So once again, we find ourselves a little bit tangled. Not gonna lie, a little bit tangled in what we could expect. Let's work on that wood stack, shall we? Because it's definitely going to help us out. And we have a stone workbench this time. If you had just seen my face. Stone's up here. Got it. If you had just seen my face, you would have said there was a very interesting expression on it. Just saying. Oh my goodness, it takes 2 days to build a house. I should have had someone, but 2 fish is not enough. Oh, Captain, please no. Now? I was just hoping we had a strong start. Captain, why? Why must it be this way, Captain? The sea has shown me that we have been careless with its gifts and must restore its balance. We will soon be fish food. Oh dear. I brought you here not to die, but to live, my dear crew. Let me tell you about my prophecy. Oh, Captain. These are... the future events? Oh, of course it's going to happen. With a whole bunch of... Oh, yeah, of course we need to get a fan down ASAP. Of course. I see. Thank you. Tutorial? Elder Captain, a pocket version, oh my gosh, has been found multiple times, but it is only allowed once. Now that you all know about the prophecy, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I can't believe that we ended up with Captain basically. Oh yes, the omen is coming for us of heat, and we need to be able to have fans, which means we need land that's open and vast. Okay, Gwynelwelf. If you could get the buoy down, I think that's pretty important. And then, because we're gonna, yeah, it's complicated. I should have just built the plank thing from the beginning, but I was like, oh, we might as well put it over here so we can have even more fissures. That's what greed does to you. That's what greed does to you. Okay. And we really need to work on researching the fan if we want to have a hope of being able to do anything there, which means we're going to need some hemp. I'm going to do my best to stay afloat with optimism. At least it can only get so bad right now, right? Because at least the heat doesn't even have a level to it yet. It doesn't even know itself. You know what? Instead of building, oh my gosh, of course, instead of building another one of the planks, I'll just build another buoy. And if we get up here, I can put down the barbecue. Okay. And the barbecue is probably going to take a couple days to make. So we're also going to need the blueberries, which means, and we need the strawberries, which means, Hannah, you've got to take a break from that because we need wood so that we can build this buoy. What a series of events this is. I'm trying to think if I'm glad we haven't added anyone to the village yet. I'm glad we haven't added anyone to the village yet. We have enough mouths to feed. Okay. There we are, my piplings. Yes. Is it chaos? Absolutely. Are we going to make the most of it? You betcha. Why does the fishing not count as hunting? It needs a dwelling within. Why does fishing not count as hunting? Because 1, 2, dwelling within 3. Does it have to be connected? Is that the problem? Is that what's going on? Because I'll get another fishing post down and somebody else can come collect some of these berries, which means we can take a break on the strawberries for a second so that I can kind of tilt my head in confusion. But is that what's going on? That's the only explanation I can think of. Maybe if I gather enough food, we can stay ahead and have 2 people working on other things, and we're almost out of strawberries. So it would be lovely if maybe, just maybe, we could cook our fish soon, please. And the barbecue should have been able to go down, but maybe it can't be. Like the path has to connect. Oh, that's always how it is, isn't it? Paths needing to connect. Of course. Oof. Oh, and look, the omen of heat is coming. Okay, and we're down to the last couple days on both the berry sides. Okay. All right, I see how it is. So, right, barbecue. If dwellings within 2 requires hunting within 2. So then technically I could put the dwelling over here, right? Or over here even, and the barbecue over here. So, you know, maybe I'm gonna build a little cabin over here. With what wood? Who knows? Apparently I'm already using up all the wood I got. No worker available this time. Okay. Troubling times? Could you please come build this? This is very convoluted for trying to do what we're doing. But we're facing the first of the challenges with as much grace as we possibly can muster. That's all I can say. And I toss back my tea. Take a deep breath. look, we'll look at the positive side of this. What's happened here is that we've simply learned an important lesson in how you really need to make sure, like for sure beans, that you are able to go ahead and connect paths physically. Apparently pips think they can't work if you give them conditions like having to swim from one place to another in order to accomplish anything. The silly piplings. How could they possibly think that, you know, they need to worry? They need to worry about those things. So let's see. We're gonna get the barbecue down. And if we had room, we don't have the ability to gather anything just yet. We're so far away from being able to build the fan to do anything about the heat. We're just gonna let this omen of heat come. Hopefully, if we just ignore that, even if it will be not fun, it will just be a pip getting a little sunburn. I can live with that, my friends. I know maybe you wouldn't be happy about that, but for your sake, I can live with that. How about that? Okay, let's see. Okay, like I said, if it's one pip, Space Vance has been stunned for 3 days. Not fun. Heat wave. We're gonna have to deal with the heat in the future. But it is one bad omen. And we will begin to do our best to fight against any of the other omens that may be coming for us soon. So, let's see. Do I need wood? For upgrading the wood stack, I will, but I want to get to that wood stack as quickly as I can. We have 2 fish that will start being cooked tomorrow and make a lot of fish. Okay, okay. And we have 3 days worth of these berries left. There may be hope! Go, go, go! If we can just get some cooked fish on the line at this point, at least it will be a beginning. And then somebody else is going to need to start fishing. I think we need to get more hands on deck once the fish start rolling in. And I may need to even like get more of the barbecues, so I might see if I can put another one down over here perhaps. Cuz this is it. Not enough wood. Okay. Well, boy, isn't it a good thing that we're working on researching that wood stack? And then do we have enough food? Okay, trebling time. We have enough food for the second. So if you don't mind, getting the whole wood stack thing going too would be nice. But at the same time, it looks like I actually need you to fish. Because otherwise we're going to run out of raw fish. Actually, I think we'll be okay. Go, 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 go. We can manage. We're so close. And there we are. Oh, it is not a lot. I'm gonna be honest, but at least it's something. And we've got some cooked fish that we can go ahead and tend to. Meanwhile, the wood stack is about to be researched, so we can go ahead and hopefully upgrade it soon. I'm gonna give an extra research point. Might as well. Actually, we need the fish, don't we? All right. Well, what is life, and what is the story of life? Then facing down the challenges that at times feel like they are completely and utterly surrounding us in every way. Right? Plus we learned something new about paths and Pips not wanting to go ahead and swim across the sea with a whole bunch of stuff in their arms. Valuable knowledge indeed. So alright, my friends, thank you so much for joining us on this adventure where we haven't researched clearings yet! And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.